Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 205. I'm Connor Murphy here with Grace Matthews in Springfield, Missouri. Hi, Grace. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Welcome back. Our condolences to you and your family.
Thank you.
I know all of our listeners have missed you, and we're so glad to have you back, and so glad that your family seems to be doing better.
Yeah, it's always a tough thing to go through when you lose a parent and you watch them suffer. Just want to say one thing: fuck cancer.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's everywhere. I just got news yesterday. I kind of have two moms, and I have my mom and I have my aunt who lost three children in various ways. So I have been her daughter too. Yesterday I found out she has bone cancer and congestive heart failure.
Oh wow!
So I agree with you. Fuck cancer.
Yeah.
And what else can we say about it? It stinks.
Yeah, it does.
How old, how long you've lived, it's not the way any of us wants to go.
Exactly.
So.
But anyways, I'm back after a little food poisoning at the Calgary airport. I won't say what restaurant it was, but the name begins with A and ends with a W.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not a good scene. Thank God I was on the ground already when the food poisoning hit. So, yeah.
Thank gosh.
Yeah, to all those airline employees that were sitting in front of me, I hope you were on the ground when it hit you guys too. So, yeah. Thoughts up to them.
Considering this coronavirus, you could have gotten quarantined.
Yeah, no kidding. I never even thought of that.
I mean, how horrible would that be?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and we're all about coronavirus today. I mean, we can't help but be. It is affecting every single part of our lives.
Yeah,
I'm kind of thinking they're scaring the shit out of people a little too much. It's destroying our stock market. It is destroying businesses.
And what's the deal with toilet paper? Why is everybody buying toilet paper?
I don't know. Do you get diarrhea?
No, you don't.
I didn't think so.
It's like a breathing thing, lung thing.
Okay, so what's up in Canada? I mean, how many cases are up there? Because I have heard nothing about how you guys are doing.
Apparently you can't buy toilet paper anywhere. Everybody's sold out. So not really sure what the hell is going on. But apparently people are stockpiling it. And there's even a few ads on the marketplace on Facebook for asking $100,000 for, Costco toilet paper.
That's really sad because it's hard to wipe with an online catalog.
Yeah, never thought of that.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, what's the alternative to no toilet paper?
I don't know. We probably have to ask Greta. We probably have to ask Greta that question. I don't know if she's got one or not.
Oh my gosh. Surely she does.
Is toilet paper carbon neutral? Don't know.
I doubt it. No, they probably want us all to go to bidets. But then they don't want us using water, so I don't know. Are we going to just be walking around dirty?
I guess. I don't know.
Because I don't know if you've ever visited a third world country where take your toilet paper. I did before, and I don't want to go to that.
Yeah.
I promise you, I do not. But, yeah, coronavirus is everything. Now, I'm going to make a prediction because that's what I like to do. Next week, most schools are on spring break. I suspect almost every university will go to telecommute, tell their kids not to come back. Harvard already has, among others. there's so many problems with that, though. I mean, first of all, it looks like to me, now, I'm probably going to contradict myself here, but if we have a good cross-section of testing, meaning, a lot of the people that are sick have actually been tested,
Right.
then you're looking at about a 1% death rate or less. Okay? I mean, we don't want anybody to die, of course. However, that is pretty low.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you've got a lot of people out there that are, they've got one foot in the grave.
Yeah,
They just stick with anything.
Yeah, any common flu has worse stats than that. So
What are they hiding from us? Now, here's my guess, okay? For example, if you live in big metropolitan areas in the United States and you go to the doctor, they're really big on, we're going to test you for this and we're going to turn this information into the CDC. Now, when you live where I do, these doctors are lower paid, overworked. They don't have a university feeding them to. They don't give a damn. If they think you got the flu, they treat you for the flu. They don't care about turning it into the CDC. If you get food poisoning, they don't give a damn where you got it.
Right.
Whereas if you're in New York and you go to NYU, they care a lot. They want to go through what you ate. They want to go through who you've been exposed to. So my guess is there's a lot more cases than we know about.
Probably you're correct, too.
Yeah. Having said that, that means that 1% is even less than it is.
Yeah, you definitely could be right there.
So why are we scaring the hell out of everybody? Sunday, I kind of knew. Okay, first of all, let me back up to Friday. I'm at the grocery store, getting my darn tuna. And this woman goes, well, they said to stock up. She says, I guess I'll get tuna. I can sit at home and eat tuna. They said, don't go out. And I said, really? That was the first I heard of. But they were saying that locally. See, I don't listen to the local news that much. I know. I'm all about the national news. So I go, okay. At first I thought she kind of made it up, but she was right. And as soon as the stock market closed Friday, you started hearing a lot more negative. They started releasing a lot more negative information, which actually makes sense. You do not want the stock market tanking because whatever happens, this coronavirus will end sometime.
Right.
Okay. So all this stuff comes out over the weekend. So Sunday, we're again out running some errands. And you have sections of town. You've got the corridor where very wealthy people live. Then you've got, a more middle class, and then maybe a lower middle class. If you just take a cross-section across the town, right?
Right.
Okay, on the lower middle class, it was like a ghost town.
Huh.
Okay, when you got to more upper middle class and upper class, every place was full. What about that? I mean, are people with more money just more confident? Are they healthier? Do they just simply have insurance and they figure that's okay?
Yeah, good question.
What is it about that? And like I said, it's non-scientific. It was something we noticed, but it was so apparent.
Huh. Wow.
I mean, it was unmistakable that there were these lines in the sand of people that I'm not going anywhere. And these people, well, I'm going to just keep doing what I do.
Maybe there's just no middle class anymore.
There's always that. There's always that.
It kind of appears that way in Canada. You're either below the poverty line or you're above it. There's no middle class anymore, it seems.
That's very sad. But that's probably a whole nother show.
Oh, yeah. That's many shows.
So my question is, why wouldn't we just let this thing run its course?
Good question.
Is it political? Is that why we're not doing it? We're in an election year. And okay, if you sort of quarantine people and make this thing go dormant, we do know that it goes dormant at about 80 degrees. Doesn't kill it. It goes dormant. Okay, and it comes back, say September, October, Trump loses.
Right.
Because stock market tanks, business tanks, and everybody's saying he didn't handle the flu right, or the coronavirus.
Yeah, there's no way that any politician can handle this virus. I mean, it was considered a pandemic today by who?
Exactly, which changes a lot.
Well, it has been a pandemic for quite some time, actually.
Yeah, but in the United States, they have to name it a pandemic before some monies and some laws take effect. For example, the quarantine laws the federal quarantine laws, now state laws don't have to, they rely on that label, pandemic, for a lot of different reasons, because it is against the law. And surely every state, at a state level, but also at a federal level, to defy a quarantine. Now, we have not enacted that in decades. I mean, even through SARS, MERS, H1N1, and believe me, I got H1N1. It was horrible.
Right.
I mean, I was sick for 3 weeks. And when I mean sick, I mean really sick for 3 weeks. And it was scary. I guess I had absolutely no resistance to it. And
more people die from those flus than this pandemic.
Exactly, according to what we're being told.
And it's apparently older people.
Yes, and kids are somewhat immune. Actually, kids don't seem to be getting it very much.
Exactly.
Kids under 9 or 10, not really getting it. So it doesn't really make sense. None of this makes sense. But you have to wonder if it's political. Why are we fighting this so much? Why don't we let it run its course? I mean, the quickest.
Why can't I buy toilet paper? All those questions.
Well, because they got people freaking out.
Yeah,
They're canceling ball games now. They're canceling conventions. My book show in New York just got canceled and moved to September 12th.
Okay.
I don't know why they think it'll be better then.
Yeah.
Because to me, it'll be probably popping out of dormancy.
Yeah, who knows?
It'll be worse again. I would have had it in July,
Yeah, nobody knows.
And there's a lot of mixed messages. But I happen to think what's going on right now is very political. I just think we would let it run its course, like we did SARS, like we did H1N1, but we're not, because the Democrats want Trump to lose because of this, and Trump wants to win because of it.
Right.
So you're going to see stimulus packages going out there. You're going to see all sorts of government help. The last thing we want is the United States to go into recession. If it does, we may be talking about a President Biden, which is scary.
Right.
Because that Biden didn't. Well, we won't get to that in just a moment. Because I just want to. I do on the coronavirus. I just want to say again, if you are put under quarantine, stay in quarantine. You selfish, sociopathic asses. Okay? Missouri. Okay, we now have our first cases in Missouri. A dad and a daughter. They decide they don't want to be in quarantine because there's a daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, lovely.
Go to the damn daddy-daughter dance, I guess, to infect everybody there. And you know what? That's criminal.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Criminal, but it's also sociopathic.
Yeah, that's pretty selfish when you think of that. Wow.
And if you pick your nose or snot on your hand and don't wash them, that's sociopathic.
Absolutely.
Because you run the risk of making other people sick.
Yeah. Well, I flew through this, of course, and there was one guy that sat next to me. He had a mask, and he wiped down his entire seat and with rubber gloves, and it was he looked like he was from the crime lab. So those people out there that have OCD or some sort of germophobia, they're going nuts right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're supposed to take a little vacation. And we were going to go to Gulfport, Mississippi, right?
Right.
So I punch up the hotels, expecting to get a good deal at maybe, I don't know, 120, 150 a night. I mean, that would be a good deal. That's kind of the off season. Guess what it was down to?
Oh, I don't know.
$38.
Oh.
On the beach.
Oh. Wow. That's not good for business.
No, it's not. And you're going to see, they say, possibly an airline go bankrupt. The cruise ship. I mean, who would set sail in a petri dish right now?
Well, you pay for a week and then you get 2 weeks stay for free at the end.
Yeah. In your room, in their tiny room, because when I go on a cruise, and I've only been on ones that are like company sponsored, because I'm not big on cruises. I just like to go places, and I don't necessarily like the petri dish anyway. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe,
Right.
Are you kidding me? If I had to stay in that room, I mean, the last room we had on a cruise ship was, we could barely turn around. We couldn't both be out of bed at the same time.
You open the door and break the window.
That would be, I'd be barfing over that.
Yeah, no doubt. And there's people that are living like that right now in quarantine.
Yeah.
So,
and so the stock market has lost a lot. You also have this oil thing going down. You have oil down to about $30 a barrel. Saudi Arabia wants Vladimir Putin to take his oil off the market, so the price goes up. And guess what? Imagine this. Vladimir Putin doesn't want to take his off.
Of course he doesn't. He doesn't give a shit about anybody.
No, that's all they've got. Really, I hate to say this, but what else does Russia have? How are they going to feed themselves?
Yeah.
And at $30 a barrel, they're not making the GDP necessary to pay their bills.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if they take them off, half of zero is zero.
Yeah, I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better too.
I do too. And now for people out there like me, buying a little gas for my car, it's going to get really cheap. I don't like to see this though.
No.
If oil is not at least $50 a barrel, it's bad for everybody.
Yeah.
If you're not at least paying $2 up, I know you're going to laugh at me for this, but if you're not paying $2 a gallon at least in the United States, businesses are about to go bankrupt.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. We pay 3 times that.
I know. And so I'm a little embarrassed to say, not terribly.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. The 401ks are, just don't even look at your 401k this week. Do not look. These bailouts are going to help. I have mixed emotions about it. At least it's better than 2008. In 2008, we were bailing out people
Everybody.
that played badly, bullies. Okay? At least with the virus, it's not their fault.
Right.
It's kind of like, I don't want to call it an act of God, because there are more and more mainstream doctors that are saying, China, this got out of a lab in China.
Exactly.
Now, was it on purpose or accidental? I've heard it both ways. And China is always trying to figure out how to get some population control. They got too many people.
Yeah, and this kills old people, really?
Yeah, they kind of, suck the economy. and the social services. So, anyway.
Speaking of social services, Joe Biden.
Oh my God. This cannot be happening. The Democratic Party is nuts.
Yeah,
Well, Bernie was winning.
I'm scratching my head going, are you kidding me?
Joe Biden did not have a chance in hell. And then the Democratic shoots went and started talking to these players, these, hopefuls, had them drop out, endorsed Biden in the hopes of beating Trump, in November. And they've got a crazy dude. I mean, you can call Bernie crazy because he's a socialist, but he's not a crazy person.
Right. Yeah.
Joe Biden, I mean, he just basically cussed out a guy yesterday in a plant that he was visiting.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like he's all there all the time,
No, he's not. And his people, the other day, he gave a 7-minute rally. His people, that's all they have planned. That's all they construct them for 7 minutes. And now, thanks to the coronavirus, he's just canceling all of them.
Oh, lovely. Well,
I mean, that helps at least. As people are like, thank God for coronavirus, because we can't put our candidate out there without him sticking his foot in his mouth and biting down hard.
Yeah, I absolutely don't get the thinking behind the Democratic Party. I'm sorry, but Joe Biden, seriously? Not going to happen, I don't think.
Well, put it this way, it's not democracy at its best.
No, it's a head scratcher for me. I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. And, Pelosi, she is politicizing everything.
Oh, of course.
I mean, whatever Trump does, like they were going to talk about these bailouts, ways to make sure that people got sick leave that were on coronavirus, especially like hourly wage people that don't have extra benefits. And before he even had the meeting, she said, oh, he's just going to help businesses. He won't help the people.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it was so bad the other day that Trump declined the speaker's invitation to, Irish days, I guess, next Tuesday, because that's St. Patty's Day. The president always goes. He said, no, I don't want to see Pelosi. I don't blame him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Talk about a big B.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, the tearing up of the speech, that was.
Yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. If you're Trump, you do not want to see Pelosi again.
Yeah. If you're face to face, you don't know that you can keep your cool.
Yeah, for sure.
She has stepped on your toe way too many times.
Yeah, and I would agree there.
Yep, but we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Godspeed, Connor. Godspeed to all of our friends out there, and thanks for listening.
Godspeed, Grace, and everyone, thanks for listening.